What is up, guys? My name is Zach. Hope you're all having a fantastic day, and welcome to the day 171 recap of the 2016-2017 NBA season, where we talk about everything that went on in the NBA from the previous day. Of course, there were no games yesterday, but there was a lot of news, so let's just get right into that. Step 1 towards a good offseason for the Orlando Magic officially happened yesterday, and that was the firing of GM Rob Hennigan, who was the mastermind behind trades such as Tobias Harris for Ersan Ilyasova and Brandon Jennings, Victor Oladipo and Sabonis for Serge Ibaka, and then trading Serge Ibaka for Terrence Ross. And of course, you can't forget that he was also the guy responsible for leaving the team's plans for this offseason up on a whiteboard to be leaked to the entire NBA, including the possible trade of Aaron Gordon for Dario Saric, but luckily for Magic fans, he was fired before that trade could ever go down. But you know, it is hard to believe that the Magic will let such a competent GM like Hennigan go so he's not, just kidding. In all seriousness, the writing was on the wall for Hennigan. I mean, I don't think there is any way which you can possibly leak your entire offseason plans like that on a freaking whiteboard and still keep your job. And then on top of that, there are reports that Hennigan turned down the offer the Kings made of Vucevic and Fournier for DeMarcus Cousins, which you could either see as a good or a bad thing. I mean, I highly doubt that the Magic will be able to keep Cousins in the long run, especially when it comes to their track record of keeping dominant big men, but at the same time, that's passing up on an opportunity to get one of the top talents in the league. And reports claim that some of the other Magic brass were frustrated with Hennigan for turning down the offer. As for possible replacements, there have been talks about Grant Hill possibly taking over, but who knows? All we do know is that the Magic ever wanted to be a good team again. Firing Hennigan had to have happened. Bad news for Grizzlies fans, as lockdown defender Tony Allen has been ruled out indefinitely after straining his right calf muscle in the team's final game against the Mavericks. You know, this is typically why teams rest their best players towards the end of the season, especially if those players are, you know, on the older side. Grizzlies are set to take on the Spurs in the first round of the playoffs, so good luck to you guys. Confidence, I'm telling you guys, that is all it takes. Damian Lillard has plenty of it, as Lillard said that the Blazers would beat the Warriors in 6. Now, the original context of this quote was taken pretty far out of context. You know, the original question that he was asked was, will you guys beat the Warriors in 6 or 7 games? To, of course, which he said in 6.
Blazers in 6 or 7. Blazers in 6. Blazers in 6. That confident. All right, well, best of luck this coming week.
I mean, how else was he supposed to respond? Either way, he had to say the Blazers were going to win. But you know, if you report it like that, you gotta make a story out of it somehow. That aside though, he did follow it up with a report saying that he does believe that the Blazers can win this series, and that he has a lot of respect for the Warriors, but the Blazers have been playing their best basketball as of late, and that has given them a lot of confidence. And I made a video talking about this not too long ago. Kevin Durant and Draymond Green both admitted that the Blazers are a really good team and that it is not going to be an easy matchup. I mean, the Blazers have been playing excellent basketball for about the past 20 or so games of the season. So this will be a series that you guys are really going to want to pay close attention to. A run-on joke that has been going on amongst NBA fans this year is that Kevin Durant will join whatever team he and the Warriors lose to. Back when the Warriors lost to the Spurs in the season opener by 20, that he was going to San Antonio at the end of the season. Then they lost to the Grizzlies twice in the regular season, and all of a sudden he was going to be a Grizzly at the end of the season. And then he gives praise to Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers, and all of a sudden he's going to be a Trailblazers next season. Well, Kevin Durant decided to put an end to that joke yesterday, as he said that he plans on re-signing with the Warriors after this year. KD does have a player option in the second year of his contract that he originally signed, and he's expected to opt out and sign a longer term deal with the Warriors. But in all honesty, no one ever expected KD to leave once again. I mean, he got enough heat for going there in the first place that I can't imagine what would happen if he decided to leave if the Warriors failed to win the NBA championship. Unless, of course, he revealed that going to Golden State and making them gut their depth in order to sign him so they would be an easier team to beat once he left was his master plan. Brandon Ingram, you know, some people have considered him to have had a bad rookie year. Some people thought that he was going to be the next Kevin Durant as soon as he came into the league. But in all honesty, he wasn't that bad. I mean, compared to some of the unrealistic expectations that fans had for him, he seemed bad, but just basing it off an average rookie season, it wasn't bad at all. He averaged from 9.5 points and 4 rebounds per game in his first year in the league. And considering who he's supposed to be working out with this summer, you can probably expect to see major improvement from him next year, as Kobe Bryant will take the young guy under his wing this offseason. Now, of course, Kobe is known for having one of the best work ethics the league has ever seen. So if he works out with Ingram, then yeah, I can see major improvement from year 1 to year 2. Similar to how Kobe improved from year 1 to year 2 when he went from averaging 7.5 points to a little over 15 points per game. The Cleveland Cavaliers have had a pretty up and down year. You know, there were times when they looked destined to repeat as NBA champions, and then other times that left some NBA fans questioning their ability to even make it out of the Eastern Conference this year. Now, of course, the Cavs are still the heavy favorites to make it to the finals again, which will be LeBron's 7th consecutive finals appearance. But as it stands, the Warriors are still the heavy favorites according to Vegas to win it all. But like I said in yesterday's video, a big part of life is having confidence in yourself and in your abilities. And we all know that LeBron James has always had plenty of confidence. As yesterday, he was asked about that confidence in his team going into the playoffs, to which he said this.
We're in a position where we can do something special still. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to harp on what happened in the regular season through injuries, through bad losses, through good wins, through whatever the case may be. We have a good club going into the postseason, and that's all you can ask for.
Why do you think that you have a great chance to win this?
I mean, I got the answer. I'm not giving it to you, but I got the answer why I feel like we got a great chance.
See, I'm really curious as to what it is LeBron James means by he knows why they're going to win, but he's not going to tell us. I can already see the conspiracy theorists going crazy with this one, but that's going to lead us to the question of the day. What makes LeBron James so confident in the Cleveland Cavaliers? Do you think that he has some secret that he's really not going to tell us as to why the Cavs are going to win again? To me, if he actually does have a secret, I honestly think it might be MJ's secret stuff. Let me know your answer to the question of the day down in the comment section below, but now let's take a look at what some of you said from yesterday's video. So yesterday, after Carmelo Anthony said that the Knicks might trade him this offseason, I asked you guys if he would be traded, and if so, to where? To which you guys responded by saying, I think Melo will stay because he has a no trade clause and he loves New York. And he's always been on the verge of leaving the Knicks but never does. Like in 2012 when he almost went to the Bulls. It is mandatory that the Knicks trade Carmelo. They need a fresh start and Melo needs a winning environment. The Clippers are a match made in heaven. I see Carmelo going to LA, but I think he'd be a good fit in Memphis. Even though they don't have a lot of money, I think he fit well there. Who knows, he might even want to go back to Denver. There have been plenty of times when Carmelo was supposed to be traded. You look at the trade deadline, he was as good as gone back then. And of course, what happened? He wound up ending the season as a Knick. I don't think there's any secret that Phil Jackson wants to trade Melo, but the problem lies within trading Melo. Now, of course, the Clippers are always interested, but the question is, are the pieces there to get a trade done? As for the Memphis thing, you know, the Grizzlies could use a scorer like Melo, but yeah, they have no money. They gave all of their money to Chandler Parsons, and they're not going to be able to move that contract, and they don't really have many trade assets on the team unless they want to get rid of Marc Gasol, which isn't happening. So, you know, that's not going to happen, and I don't see Denver wanting to take Melo back either. But that about wraps up all the news. By the way, the player of the day yesterday was Nikola Jokic and his 29 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists, and 5 blocks. Other than that though, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave a like on it if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already to stay up to date with everything that's going on in the NBA. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!